Hello, and welcome back to Strides, Season 2, Episode 8. There's been a lot happening, so let's dive right into it. I finished going through earlier and just tearing down the old building that was there. I knew that I didn't like it. I had some problems with it that I couldn't put into words. And I realized that I wasn't going to be able to solve it by just building more on top of it. So it's easier to get rid of it, hide it all underground, and start from scratch. The only thing that's left is up here. We've got Mr. Scary still in his little stone protective box. At some point, we're going to get him out and into a boat and put somewhere nice and safe. In the meantime, all the villagers who were in there got turned into Fletchers, with the exception of the Nitwit. These three Fletchers down here all used to be part of the Iron Farm. They've now been through the zombie villager conversion process 5 times, so we get some pretty cheap trades from them. This guy is selling weakness arrows, which is something that I know Cloud really wants. As we can see, Mr. Scary has found his way into a boat. So he's going to live here for a little bit, and then I'm going to put him somewhere else and make sure that he is still nice and safe, because he's now part of the history of my area. And I mean, he's Mr. Scary. The Mr. must count for something, right? Like, he's not just a random scary mob. He's Mr. Scary. That's like a title. So yeah, we got to keep him safe. We're going to do a totally pointless magic trick for Lely. Not even a good pointless, just like totally pointless and very transparent. But that's okay. Some days, just the most ridiculous things amuse me. Hello. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're invisible with an arrow in your arm.
Oh, am I still showing the arrow?
Yeah, I see the little arrow walking away with the bubbles.
Aw. That's unfortunate.
Just a little arrow hopping around.
I love the ridiculous arrows that you get sometimes. Like regeneration and instant health. Here, let me assault you with healing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good way to do things. Yes. That's hilarious.
What'd you do now?
Oh, well, I thought I had regular arrows in my inventory, which I do.
Apparently not.
So I don't know why my bow decided to fire the invisibility arrows.
Oh.
But it did. So there are these fires flying around the sky. Anyways, Mr. Scary has a new temporary home down here behind the walls of the library. He's a big fan of reading, so this gives him access to all the books he wants, without getting interrupted by people screaming at the sight of him. I'm sure you are aware that that is a very disruptive experience when you're trying to read. We had a contest on the server to see who could do the best job of hiding a base inside Cloud and Lely's area without them knowing about it. I discovered a way to sneak through Lely's giant geode without breaking anything, and built myself a base back there. We have a secret base. It's pretty cool. I don't know what else to say about it. I'll show you how to get in and out. That sometimes takes a few tries. Now let's see. Here, yep. Ta-da! Hi, this is my face. You're very close to it. Let's give you a little distance. Here we are. Alright, let's get out of here before they notice us. Here we are, the day of the Great Base Hunt. So it's just the 3 of us, apparently. Other people turned out not to be available, so we'll see how long this goes.
Basically, we have 20 minutes to find as many bases as we can, and yes, you're allowed to watch others and stalk people. That is perfectly allowed. I was expecting more people, but it's fine.
Alright, I'm ready to go, and it's, cool.
I mean, I've already started, so, go.
Oh, you have? Oh, okay. Alright.
I took hours redstoning mine, so you're not gonna find it just from flipping a trapdoor. Oh no, Cloud's on! Oh no!
Cloud's
Oh
here.
no! Oh no,
Ah.
Cloud's here! No, I'm just kidding. Don't. He knows about this, so it's fine. But in my video, I'm not gonna say that, of course.
Yeah.
Ooh! 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 Wait a minute. Oh. Oh.
What?
There was another one of Emerald's fake faces.
Aw. I'll spare you the whole thing because it goes on for a long time and just cut to the final results. None of us found anything. In that sense, I guess you could call the event a bust, but really the whole thing was an excuse to hang out and have fun, and in that regard it was a tremendous success. In the meantime, Cloud and Lely had already stumbled across a few bases and hunted down the rest, so the only people to actually find bases were the people who weren't supposed to know that there were any hidden bases in the first place. I gotta say, that irony is delicious to me. I came up with the idea to make a little abandoned lot sort of thing here. It was just supposed to look like some ruins, but I've also decided that I want to use packed mud for the roads. I need some place to build the farm or the machine to make the packed mud, and I realized this could be a really good place to put it. I have built the mud farm, as you can see. As you can also see, it is not where I said I was going to build it. I realized right after saying that I was going to build it over there that I actually have a different plan entirely for that area, so I needed somewhere else to put it. Originally, I kind of stuck it over here just because I wasn't quite sure where else to put it, but I have realized there's actually a really good reason to have it here, because I'm going to be building a dock just over here, some sort of pier, and there's going to be like steps up from it, and this is going to be sort of a busy commercial street. I didn't make that plan until after I moved that thing there, but now that it's there, I have thought of this plan, and I really like it, so I'm going to go through with it. I think I like this style of building. I think it's the right thing to put here. I think it's wider than it needs to be. I think I can cut it off here, and that will work better. Yeah, making it narrower was the right call, and pushing it back is going to be the right call as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you to it.
All right. I will see you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Ah! Ah!
So, what you guys missed by a couple seconds, because I was just about to hit the record button, but before I did, Preston dropped in. Literally, just slammed into the ground at full speed with a totem in hand, and there was a big noise, and there was yelling, and I jumped out of my chair, and yeah, it was exciting. Anyway, I moved it back 4 blocks, and I've decided that's just a bit too far back. I brought it back out 2, and I'm thinking that's about the right distance. But if I want to have any depth to the building, then that's gonna be too close. So I think I'm gonna move it just the 1 block forward from where it is right now. Like, so this wall is gonna move 1 forward again. This is going away. And yeah, I'm a little unsure about the 2nd and 3rd story. Yeah, I think maybe making that 1 block taller And then just moving that whole story up by one would be the right call here. I think that is going to be our final sort of basic idea for a facade. I do still need to add in a bunch of texturing and stuff. And it's worth keeping in mind, this is not going to be the only building. This is going to be just one of a bunch. There's going to be buildings right up against it on either side. So it's going to look a little weird sitting here by itself. But once there's another building or two here, it's going to make a lot more sense. I'm going to go finish building the structure here. And when that's done, I'll bring you back and we'll take a look and see what we want to start doing for detailing. I had a plan for the interior of this place, and it was going to be sort of this quaint little early 1900s sort of vibe. And it was going to look really cool. And it definitely went according to plan, and there was definitely no fire anywhere involved. Yeah. No fire. Definitely no fire at all. Okay, maybe just a little fire. And, you know, now the place is all boarded up. And, yeah. So, of course, this isn't really, you know, actual fire damage. Minecraft Fire doesn't do this. But, see, what was happening was I was trying to figure out how to design the interior of the building. And I was kind of drawing a blank. And then I thought, hey, what if I just don't? What if instead of doing an interior, I just board all the windows up? And then I thought, well, why would the windows be boarded up? And then I decided that this place had a fire, and that's why it's all boarded up. And that way, you can't see the ugly, you know, basically non-existent interior. But it still looks like this place belongs. See? Just gotta work smarter, not harder. Very early on in the season, when I had my villagers all just living in that sort of fenced-in area, they kept spawning iron golems. And the iron golems would wander around and end up in the nether and wander gradually farther and farther away. So there's a couple of them that are still up here. I wanted to name them. This probably doesn't look too different from the last time you saw the building, except that it's 5 blocks less deep. I ended up realizing the road was just, it was too narrow the way it was. And I really needed to push the building back, so I ended up using Litematica. I just took a schematic of it, cut it back basically 5 blocks, and then used Litematica to recreate the schematic in the new position. I even used easy place mode because I had already done all the work to build this in survival, and I don't have that much time, and rebuilding something like this for me is just incredibly not fun. So using Litematica meant that it was a whole lot less not fun. It still wasn't fun, but it only took like 20 minutes instead of like an hour and a half of staring at screenshots and trying to remember exactly how I chose to do things and getting the measurements wrong and having to redo things and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's what I did. I'm planning on putting buildings on either side of this, probably several buildings in each direction. And I would love to know what you think we should put in here. Basically, where I'm standing right now is going to extend out a bit farther, and there's going to be like a little open air market and stuff. And then this behind is going to be like this street of, you know, storefronts and apartments and stuff. For an idea of what I'm thinking of in terms of the look of the area, maybe look up some pictures of Port Hope, Ontario. I don't know if I've ever been there, but I've seen a lot of pictures, and it's been kind of inspiring my ideas for this. So yeah, anyways, I would love to know what kinds of buildings we should put on either side. I mean, I know the basic structure of them, but what should go in them? Should we just sort of hide the interiors, or should we put interiors in, or I don't know. I would love to know what you think. I don't seem to have any footage of me describing what I'm building here or why, but hey, here's a thing I built. It's supposed to look like some building used to be here and fell into disrepair, and you know, now there's just little ruins here, and I'm going to put some other stuff in. But yeah, I built it. And I guess this is your first awareness of it. And I'm bringing it up now because I'm about to tear big chunks of it down so that I can widen the road. I managed to go ahead and rebuild all this without noticing that I had offset these walls. That's, yeah. Alright, I have a magic wand. I'm gonna try to boop this wall over by 1 block. Ready? Set. Boop. See? Wasn't that easy? Yep. That's definitely the way to move things in the future. None of this light Matica nonsense and having to just bring out the magic wand. Or, 30 of them, apparently. I think we're going to end this one here. The plan was to add another building beside this one back here, but there's a lot happening in real life right now, and it might be a little bit before I get back to this world. So I figured I'd get this video out so you don't have to wait. As always, remember to hit the like button and maybe consider subscribing and so on and so forth, all the YouTube stuff. Until next time, remember to be kind to yourself. And tell your friends that you think they're great, because everyone needs to hear that sometimes. Including you. You're great. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.